I'm a little pooped from the whole dance fiasco, so I'm going to sit this segment out, but you guys can take it.
What's the hashtag? Wait, you're going to sit it out?
I just think I've done quite a bit of talking for this episode. I'd like to actually sit my white ass down and listen.
I'd like to sit my white ass down and listen.
I've ruined this show. You're a host. You absolutely have to talk.
Welcome to Oops All Segments, the best podcast hitting your eardrums at this very moment. I'm your host, Kevin.
I'm your other host, Thomas. I got a head rush from dancing too hard, and we really
went
here.
Ham.
What?
I said we went ham.
Yeah, I'm Jewish, so watch it. But yeah, and we are here with special guest, member of Club Soda Improv, musician, writer, actor, funny, lovely person, Cuinn Joseph.
Hello. I have to say I'm off put. The dancing, I was in it for a while, and then it got mean.
It's a long theme.
I don't know if you can dance mean,
aggressive
but
in the
it wasn't just aggressive. It was like bullying. Like it was.
Yeah.
You were giving. I don't know if it was me the finger or Kevin or like just the world at large, but
I was sort of saying F you to the system, man. Okay. I felt like these freaking, honestly, like these structures that we live under are like so oppressive. And for me, it's like dancing is my way of like fighting back.
That's sort of your protest. You're doing protest dancing at the beginning of a comedy podcast. That's
of our show.
Yeah.
It's a weird place to be, but good for you, man. Fight the system.
You're welcome.
Do what you want. Cuinn, how are you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing real well. I'm just hanging out, you know. And then you guys asked me to do this, and then I said, yeah. So,
what does hanging out look like for Cuinn Joseph?
Oh, you know, I'll get a big old bag of chips, or a big old bag of carrots, depending on how healthy I'm feeling that day, and I'll just lounge and munch simultaneously.
What's up, Doc? What are you, fucking Bugs Bunny over here? Eating carrots.
Yeah, so you're back with the aggression immediately.
I'm just fighting against the system.
I'm not. Am I the system to you?
I don't think Cuinn is the system.
It's so personal.
As a member of society, Cuinn, you're the freaking system. I'm an anarchist. I'm on the outside, but you're a freaking homeowner. You
look like you're in an apartment right now.
You also look like the biggest content creator out of us all because there's like a ring light behind you and shit too.
I'm squatting in an influencer house, brah. And I was not invited in.
I would like to say I think that's still more a part of the system. Anyone who's willing to just like be around that is more a part of the system than
Tavis, Yonni, and the girls are not appreciating the way that you're talking about them.
So you
right
know
now.
them. Like you
so
know
you're not squatting.
Not squatting.
I know their work.
Their work.
Yeah.
And you're subscribed or
I'm subbed, but like that's just because I don't want to miss an update. They do unboxing. They do unboxing videos.
That's an influencer house. Is that all they do?
What's in the box? What's in the box? It's like that.
So they just scream.
It's like seven.
Yeah,
that explains where you learned all your aggression.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. You watch these videos and you just mimic it. But
yeah, Tavis, Yonni, and the girls and I were like going out the other day,
Yonni and the girls.
We were like, "What's the most fucked up shit we could say to a Burger King drive-through?"
So
you just yelled, "What's in the box?"
Of the group, so that you don't watch.
So yeah, wait a minute, you're not squatting. You live.
I'm a special guest, but like it's not. I'm not in every week, but I'll say stuff to the Burger King people that like no one else has the courage to say, man.
Yeah, like what kind of stuff?
Every week? Is there just like this is a show?
Yeah.
We do weekly sort of like bullying videos, I guess you would call them, where you go and you find someone and you hurt them in some way. Just as sort of fuck you to the system. Like, it's a way of like
people.
No, well, but as I said, people are part of the system. Like, you work at Burger King.
What do you say? Okay, you're going back to Burger. What do you say to the Burger King employee?
I say, can I have a Hershey Sundae pie, you dumb fuck? And they have to give it to me because they're like a wage employee. So like, it doesn't matter how mean I am. They still have to give it to me.
You said that you'd say things that no one else has said before.
They're
but
too scared.
All you're doing is calling them dumb fucks.
I say, you
do you
dumb
mean that no one
fuck.
else has said to them or at all?
like that no one's.
You're being such a bully.
You're the bravest bully of all. You
untrodden snow of bullying language that you're
dumb
all over.
He called you what? A dumb fuck?
People can say that without being arrested?
It's kind of like, it's sort of just a way of showing like political correctness has gone too far. And like, if you're hanging with Tavis, you're hanging with Yonni, you're hanging with the girls, like whoever it is, you can go up to any restaurant, like Burger King. You can go up to the place that sells Whoppers, or like wherever you want to go, and like you can say dumb fuck to a person.
And so you got Burger King,
and they can't send you to jail. They can't even like fine you for that. You can just do it.
I'm starting to not like. I don't know a lot about the law, but I can't imagine you can just do that without any.
I think there might be some recourse. There might be some recourse.
Maybe once. I just don't think you can continually return to the same Burger King and do that.
Yeah,
we can sit here all day and like parse terms and like what is the law. Like, it's subjective, but like all I can speak to is my personal experience, and like whenever I do it, I'm fine. Yeah. Nobody does anything.
Right. And when you're doing that, and what are Tavis and Yonni and the girls, how are they behaving when you're doing that?
They're just cracking the fuck up, dude. They think it's so good.
So wait, to be clear, is it just you being mean to Burger King employees and these? I don't know how many girls there are, but Tavis, Yonni, and the girls are all just laughing at it. So you actually create all the content and they just laugh.
Well, they've got sort of the social media like savvy, like, because they're it's kind of their influencer house. Like, they get it. They know it's all about like the aesthetics, and you got to be consistent. Like, once a week, Burger King, be mean like every week. Otherwise, your followers will like sort of lose interest. But yeah, in general, I do most of the talking. But Tavis and Yonni, like, they're the fucking idea people, and then the girls.
You started this off by saying that you were squatting in their house, and they were the content creators. Yeah. But now it sounds like you're the main person in the content they're creating, and they're like your production team.
This by just dancing hard.
I think you're just Jake Paul. I think
look, man. If I wind up in a freaking suicide forest and cameras are rolling, I'm gonna go hard, man. I can't silence this.
I'm not calling people dumb fucks who are hanging from trees.
Dude,
Jesus Christ.
I just, these honestly, Japanese Burger King is so wild. They've got like a sweet ink Whopper, and I'm like, how dumb are you fucks, man?
Yeah, so you just
Yeah,
I'm not racist. I just notice differences and I point them out.
He's against the system of Asian culture.
Japan is the system, man.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Kevin, how are you?
I'm a lot better than that. I'm good. I'm sitting here. It's Sunday morning. I'm eating some popcorn. I went to the other week. My brother sort of fell into tickets to. This is dumb. But anyway, he fell into these monster truck tickets to like a monster truck show, and so he was like, "Let's go with his kids," and so my brothers and their children went because both of my brothers have kids. And so it's me and these 5 children and my brothers, and we're going to this monster truck show at the what's it called now? The Canada Life Center, big arena. And I don't know. Have either of you ever been to monster trucks before, or no?
No, but I used to own this like 1998 DOS CD-ROM called Monster Truck Rally, so I know Gravedigger.
Gravedigger.
Yeah, and I've used them. And I don't know if there was a racing game or you just were monster trucks and kind of
I can't remember. I do remember that game. But yeah.
When I hear Sunday, I think better get to church.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
So no, I have not.
No. But I go to this monster truck thing. Now, I'm not a big car guy, big machines, those kind of things. Like, they're fine enough, but I'm not the target audience for this. But it's like, first off, it's like a 3-hour show, could be half the length. No need for it was like 2 45-minute halves with like a 15-minute intermission. The show started 15 minutes late. Like, it was super long. That only describes 2 hours, not 3. But that extra hour is what I felt. The monster trucks, there were 7 monster trucks, I think, on the whatever you want to call it. And they would be like, this guy would come out and do that like monster truck announcer thing the whole show, which I give him credit for because that takes energy. And he's hyping up what's happening the whole time. And they go over, like some of the monster trucks will do like some things, but literally like every time they went to do tricks, I would say like probably 60 to 70% of the time, the monster trucks, something would go wrong with them and they would have to like pull off to the side and either get repaired. I think 1 or 2 just never came back onto the course. Like, it was so weird and like pretty underwhelming, honestly. Because it's just like big vehicle goes vroom, drives up, like lands somewhere, and you're like, all right, cool. And they all do the same thing more or less. They're like
monster truck like uses the clutch wrong and stalls while it's like at the top of the pile.
But like,
does
literally,
the guy, like,
yes.
go ham, and is he still like, and there it is, a stall, and the crew's coming out onto the field.
Yes, yeah, he's like, and that's it for that person for now, but we'll get them back later. And it's just like, okay,
it
man.
It looks like Big Tony's catalytic converter was stolen. We're gonna need to replace it.
But like, it was cool. They also had motocross stunts, which were pretty cool. That was probably the most exciting part because it's like these guys going off this huge ramp doing this crazy thing, and there was like 1 or 2 people from Winnipeg involved, so it was kind of fun. And then they also did quad racing, but he was like, you might know it better as battle quads, and I was like, definitely don't know it better as battle quads because. And terrible name for it, no battling, right? Like, it's just a race.
It sounds like a game where like, you can use a chain or like there's oil slicks that you're...
It's twisted metal and they kill each other on the course. Yeah. But no, it was just like, it was neat and fun. But the probably the most notable part about the whole thing was that there was a national anthem at the beginning. Unsurprisingly.
And all the monster trucks were kneeling.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't use your hydraulics to like go down, it shows disrespect.
And they did the national anthem, and this person came out to sing the national anthem, and she put her heart out there, and she really tried. She thinks she killed it. I swear to God, this was the worst I've ever heard anybody sing a national anthem in my entire life. It was so bad. So they did the American one first, and it was terrible.
Why don't you fucking sing it then, Kevin?
What? I'm not going to sing it right.
Why don't you show how bad it can really get?
I'm good. I can't. I don't have this person's footage. But the thing that I'm not going to do that on the show.
Give me a name.
I don't remember.
I'm actually well connected.
Yeah, I know you are. That's why I don't want to.
I might know the person, and I would.
There's like a 60% chance you know who they are.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember who they were.
Let's ream them out.
But the second
and
part was that
this. I could probably find it.
Send me your tickets. That when they did the Canadian national anthem, because the American one, I'm kind of like, okay, you're a Canadian, maybe you don't know it, maybe like the melodies are foreign to you, and so whatever, fine. They did the Canadian one. It's so much worse, and it was so bad that like. You know how some people, when they're hearing the national anthem, they get like moved to be like, yeah, right? So like once or twice, I think it was once at one particular moment, not at the big True North one that always goes off in our arena, but like some other moment, someone was clearly moved and was like, yeah, woo. And like many people turned and looked at them like they were wrong. Like what the fuck is wrong with you?
We don't like this.
Yeah, like they were like scolded for feeling.
One thing that is a Venn diagram that we're in the center of, it is monster truck loving and singing quality.
Yeah, they're like, listen, we hate freedom anti-freedom
Maybe
people.
That's
But if
the way to do the like deal with the kneeling thing in like professional sports is just have really bad singers do the anthem so that people feel like we can't respect this. Like I love my country, but I'm not going to stand for this stuff.
I can't stand for
it's
this.
Police reform. So I'm glad that you think
it is saying fuck you to the system in a way.
Yeah, I'm actually glad that you think it's just let's make it bad singers. It's actually a real issue.
I don't think I took a stance on.
You took a huge stance. You took a huge stance.
You said you would stand for this.
You said you'd love to stand for this.
Tavis, Yonni, and the Girls have made a public statement.
Like
so fast.
No sad
so
picture. Way too quick, right?
It's so genuine.
Oh man, T, how are you doing?
Notes app that's like, oh, I'm good. I think I've checked in enough. Let's go to our first segment.
You want to do a warm-up segment? I'm going to stop eating this monster truck popcorn.
For the record, fuck the police.
You don't have to say that just because I'm here.
I don't have to, and yet I did.
That's great.
You want to spin the wheel, T?
Yeah, baby, let's do it.
Here we go. Oh God, I played the theme song.
This is a super wheel that.
That is pretty fun, though.
Yeah.
I'll let it keep
Kevin,
playing. Hold
I don't
on,
think we need to.
I don't know how to stop it. I don't know how to stop.
We have to listen to the whole thing. I can't dance again. I'm so tired.
He's giving us the finger again. He said he was tired.
So
He's
you
pissed.
can do it.
Thomas, you look so mad.
You seem to be able to unlock this energy whenever you want. You're
It's
flipping
truly a
switch.
miracle your ear pods are staying in.
I got tight little ears. Segment number 27.
27. Let me pull up our segment sheet. 27. Hashtag GATHSA. One participant decides on a hashtag that would likely be in use. Blind. Then scroll through the usages of that hashtag and discuss. So, well, I was supposed to do that. I guess, okay, blind meant that I wasn't supposed to read the second half of that, but too late. Let's talk about a hashtag.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Because we'll pick one, then we'll go to Twitter, we'll see what the posts are.
Right.
It's going to be good.
Twitter redid
I'm a little pooped from the whole dance fiasco, so I'm going to sit this segment out, but you guys can take it.
What's the hashtag? Wait, you're going to sit it out?
I just think I've done quite a bit of talking for this episode. I'd like to actually sit my white ass down and listen.
I'd like to sit my white ass down and listen.
I've ruined this show. You're a host. You absolutely have to talk. I was just busting your chops, man. I know where you stand politically. It's okay. You can talk.
I don't think he knows where he stands politically.
It's like on one hand he seems to be really anti-police, and then on the other hand he's an influencer, and I don't think it's hard to say.
I'm trying to pull up Twitter right now because it's harder for me to log in than I thought it would be. Oh, good. We've got someone else on it. Oh, perfect. Wonderful.
Cool. Okay. So is this? See, I don't even have a Twitter, so this is going to be fun.
Right. And now, Thomas, you're exposing your Twitter to the world.
Yeah. Don't look at that first part. In fact,
can we show this? This is Pepsi.
Do you need me to censor this when we're in post?
No, it's okay. It's all right.
Okay. I can if you want.
I'm trying to find something that I think is in use.
Yeah, we'll just come up with a hashtag. We'll search for it. We'll see what the posts are.
Yeah. I don't want to do Tavis, Yonni, and the Girls, but
Well,
I'm going to say hashtag grass surfing.
Grass surfing. Okay. I like that.
nothing.
Oh no.
Nothing.
Well, let's see.
Oh,
there it is. Oh, I didn't consider
this
a video game thing.
Anti-Princess 78.
What game is that?
It looks like a
called
game
Grounded.
where you're miniature. It's like a person playing a video game where you're like it looks like a Bug's Life sort of as a video game.
Yeah, that's fun.
So yeah, there are some kids. Oh shit, they're surfing on the grass. They got like a
people
muddy patch.
This is literally what I wanted to see.
Did you guys ever do anything like this? Like where you'd like, because like we often have like slushy puddles all over our city. Do any of you remember like any sort of like playful games you'd use like this sort of? My favorite thing was like when we were walking, I would step on the ice that was like only a little frozen and it would like, kind of fracture. That shit got me like
that and crunchy leaves. Are you kidding?
Oh,
yeah.
But I will say I was like a very clean kid, so I don't know what I'm looking at or why that's grass surfing related. Before we brave the storm, so maybe they're going grass surfing after.
Yeah. This is the same. These are the same people who are pictured in. Or who are
did
in
you
the video
know this was
right?
a thing, Quinn, or did you just come up?
No,
with two
this
words?
was literally 2 words that I smashed together.
Apparently this is like. It seems like it's not that popular, but it's something that people do.
But the league has existed since October 27th, 2013.
Quinn is the grass surfing champion. We're gonna keep scrolling and realize Quinn's like a gold medalist.
I keep coming up.
So it's like
this is a great picture.
Put a bunch of cardboard on like wet grass and ride down it. I mean, I feel like I would have loved this.
I was gonna say, there was no chance I would ever do this because when I was a kid, I was like very clean and I hate getting stuff like on any exposed skin. So unless you put me in like, I enjoy the thrill of going fast. So if you put me in like a full on wetsuit, I could probably enjoy it.
Well, this is like, do you like tobogganing? Because this feels like tobogganing but dirty. So like, but the thing I've always liked about tobogganing is that it's like kind of an outdoor activity that you can do and then go home and you're not that gross. I mean, you're sweating, but like, I was also a very clean kid. I'm a pretty clean person. I don't like being dirty.
I don't either.
But Thomas, however, is a hound,
dirty guy,
little pig rolling in the mud.
Okay, this person's getting some serious. This one's incredible. Yeah. Oh,
this is a video.
Tricks.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, this guy's
is
like
Tony Hawk's brother.
This feels like
Hans Hawk. Tony and Hans, Anthony and Hans. That's what their parents
One
did.
took skateboarding and just sort of ran with it.
Why can't you be more like your brother Hans, Tony? And then he was
Hans Hawk's pro
He's the one that they're mad at. This skateboarding thing will never take off.
Why can't you go into grass surfing like your brother Hans?
I mean, this is really cool.
Honestly,
that one is it's like when you're looking at a putting green and it's like you can't understand why the ball is able to roll down. This guy looks like he's just on a flat, sometimes going uphill, and yet is just like consistently picking up speed.
He's defying gravity and defining
like
gravity for himself.
It's crazy.
No, I've never been able to do anything that cool.
No,
but that's grass surfing. That's
pretty good.
That was like pretty moving, if I have to say.
Yeah.
Did you guys, because I used to just like love like sledding downhill, and I liked it so much that when I was a kid, one thing I did was we had like a small like mattress, and I remember I would put it on my parents' stairs and like ride down the stairs on the mattress. Dude. So fun.
That sounds great.
Like the in-house slide situation. Ugh. If I still want to build a house with a slide in it.
Yeah.
I want to,
like the dream house.
Yeah, I want like a 3-story house where I can get to the basement from like the upstairs by like your parents' place, Thomas, how you have that like attic where your room was. That would be amazing. Imagine if you could just slide all the way to the main floor.
So cool. Well, Kim, my girlfriend Kim has a dollhouse, and I feel like eventually she should install a slide on it because that's like the ultimate dream house accessory.
So the dolls can live. You can live vicariously through the dolls,
right?
Yeah. But I think
Thomas is going to build like a whole extension for her dollhouse that's like them sliding into the pits of hell, and they'll go through. But he's going to like build it secretly and then like attach it to her house.
This is my dollhouse.
Why would you imply that like I would have an interest in hell? Is it because of the Jew thing from earlier? Or?
No, what?
No,
probably the Yonni Tavis.
That definitely seems like it's worth damnation.
Yeah, the suicide forest, the racism.
Oh my gosh. I think it's probably sneak in a little break
time
here.
For a little break because honestly,
Thomas needs to catch his breath. Folks, check out these words from another person making another pretty little podcast right now.
Star Wars is it?
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Josiah.
And we're the co-hosts of a weekly podcast called How Star Wars Is It?
On our show, we rate and review things on a scale of 1 to 10, but not of how good or bad they are, but of how Star Wars they are.
We've covered lots of movies, from The Matrix to Guardians of the Galaxy to all the Star Wars films, but we've also reviewed things like pumpkin spice lattes, Halloween, moving, burgers.
We've got over 150 episodes, and you don't have to listen to them all. You can just find the ones that look interesting and listen to those. There's no plot, there's no continuity. You don't have to worry about that. Okay? So if that sounds fun to you, tune in to How Star Wars Is It every Monday, wherever you get your podcasts.
How Star Wars Is It?
How Star Wars Is It? We love you, and may the Fourth be with you.
And we're back. Quinn, you're here. Do you have a segment for us?
I do have a segment for you because I know you both. You're two of like the funniest, greatest creative people I know. I truly mean that. But I will also say that you are. No, that there's something very because you guys do like so much like comedy specifically. There's a lot of like self-deprecation, and there's a lot of like ironically doing stuff and doing bits and playing characters, as is the nature of comedy.
I don't think anything that Thomas said today was insincere.
I stand by every word.
This is what I'm talking about. Yeah. You can't help yourself. So this
You guys are irony poison.
Yeah, this bit's gonna be, or segment rather, this is gonna be awful for you. But I'm excited. So this is all I thought we could do is, as you know, like I'm a musician, performer, and I thought it'd be fun if we could just, every person like first just pick the song that was like something that was genuinely touching or moving to them.
Okay.
And then they have to do their best, no bits, no breaking, no silly voices. Do your best to genuinely sing that song to make it as moving as possible for like 20 seconds. Just like a long enough time where it feels awful.
I love this.
Yeah.
Wait, are the other people allowed to laugh while you're doing it?
I think they have no choice.
Okay, great. What's the title of the segment, Quinn?
This is just going to say, try your best to sing.
I have my song selected.
Do you? Is it?
Exactly
I'd love to hear
is.
like a story behind it.
Yeah.
Unless is it not like too touching, too moving?
No, absolutely. So a few songs. One song that I'm not going to sing, but that does make me cry is "Virtue the Cat Explains Her Departure" by the Weaker Thans. It's about a cat running away, getting lost, not finding its way home. That song is heartbreaking, but I'm going to do such a bad job singing it. The one that really gets me, Canadian icon Stan Rogers, the Mary Ellen Carter, one of the great folk songs of history, and truly a song that like makes me tear up every time because it's about like, first it's about a ship, and then at the end it takes a turn and it's about you, and it's about like going through adversity and rising up again. It's like resilience. It's like even when you're beaten down, you can continue. And I had an audition recently, and I played it right before and was just like crying on the sidewalk and was like, this is a bad idea. But it gets
Walking
me,
into an audition just totally like cathartically moved.
I did. I was just like, I want to like get in my emotions right now, and it works every time.
It's a way to connect. I get it.
Incredible.
I get it.
I like it.
And
Okay, that sounds great.
I'm going to pull up the part that gets me. And I'll try to do my best Stan Rogers for this chunk, because this is it. So a lot of it is about a ship, and then he does this great turn where it's like, this isn't just about a ship, it's about all of us. Okay, so here we go. And you to whom adversity has dealt the final blow, with smiling bastards lying to ya everywhere you go, turn to and put out all your strength of arm and heart and brain, and like the Mary Ellen Carter, rise again. Rise again, rise again, though your heart it be broken and life about to end. No matter what you've lost, be it a home, a love, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter, rise again.
Wow. That's beautiful.
I feel like I was on the open seas.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
was
also feel
sailing.
like immediately when it started, I was like, I can't laugh.
Yeah.
It's so cruel to laugh during.
Yeah, like, we're just three friends being kind of vulnerable in front of each other. It's just like, oh, this is I don't want to be mean to you now.
It's a great song, man.
That was. I will say, I was
lying to you everywhere you go. Is one of my favorite lines.
That's great. I didn't know that it was going to be such like. It was quite jaunty. It was quite like. It was like a sea shanty. Yeah. I've never listened to Stan Rogers.
The Weaker Thens and then Stan Rogers. I'm just so interested in what like your taste for music was growing up in terms of, did you just like love Canadian like folk and rock?
The Weaker Thans was like my first band that I got into that was not like Weird Al or the Arrogant Worms, which was my taste like for a long time. It's just like only comedy music that I can get on LimeWire. And then I got into, like indie rock and that kind of stuff. But I don't know, my mom is into folk music, and like Winnipeg has the folk festival. So that was just like part of, my taste.
Yeah,
totally.
Part of your life.
Yeah,
Quinn, are you also going to lob up one for you to do?
Sure, I can.
Yeah.
But I didn't even consider me doing one. So it's funny because the song that I'm like thinking of that gets me every single time, the story is like real sad. But it's not like a super, super personal connection, but just it's my, there's a song called Floating on the Fourth by Scott Hutchison of the Frightened Rabbits. And it's like he committed suicide not too long ago in like 2018 or something like that. And it was like my personal connection is so tangential and not like, I'm not that connected, but I just like discovered this band that I really, really like loved. And I was like, this is my new favorite band. And then I found like a week later, he committed suicide. And so it was like really, like, so for me, it was not nearly as obviously heartbreaking as anyone connected to him. But this song he wrote it like a decade before, kind of describing that situation is like depression and things like that. And it's just like super, super beautiful. And I love it. So I recommend checking it out. I don't know if I can do it justice, but I will do my best. Let me pull up some lyrics because I feel like this vulnerability is going to make me forget.
Yeah, no worries.
In the time, Kevin, do you have any like?
I do. Yeah, so I was trying to sort of oscillating between two. What I did honestly when I was like, okay, let me think about like what songs have been like with me through. I have like one that's like kind of a go-to that I've always used for the last decade or so that is kind of like hovered around the place of my favorite sort of song, and it's Right Where It Belongs by 9 Inch Nails. It's a like soft, somber song, a little bit about disassociation, about not being able to recognize yourself, and like the world being a little bit kind of scary, but also that kind of being normal. And I thought that I might choose that, but I was, while I was talking and thinking about it, I looked up my like forever favorites from Spotify, which was like a playlist they made you participate in a little while ago, and I wanted to see like what had resonated with me a few years ago and if it still did. And I have a song that I really like by a band called Alkaline Trio, which is like a kind of like a punk band from like a sort of like, I guess maybe they're post-punk, but they're like a punk band, and I believe there's 3 of them, and they have a song called Radio that I kind of like, that's just sort of it's like it like it's a song about how being upset with somebody, and I think it's a song about someone who hurts you and you want to like, it's that like irrational angry feeling of revenge that you have in your, it's a song about that, but it's just like kind of a sad ballad that's quite funny in a weird way that I kind of enjoy. So
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I love it. Okay,
yeah.
here's mine.
Yeah.
So you just stepped out of the front of my house, and I'll never see you again. I closed my eyes for a second, and when they opened, you weren't there. And the door shut, I was vacuum packed, shrink wrapped out of air. And the spine collapsed and the eyes rolled back to stare at my starving brain. And fully clothed, I float away. Down the Forth, into the sea. I think I'll save suicide for another day.
Well,
Damn,
excited
that's
to
heavy.
follow. Excited to
Yeah,
follow that. I'll just slide right in, why don't I?
Yeah.
Shaking like a dog shitting razor blades. Waking up next to nothing after dreaming of you and me. Waking up all alone, waking up so relieved while you're taking your time with apologies. I'm planning out my revenge. Red eyes on orange horizons. If Columbus was wrong, I'd drive straight off the edge. I'm seeing red. I've got a big fat fucking bone to pick with you, my darling. In case you haven't heard, I'm sick and tired of trying. I wish you would take my radio to bathe with you, plugged in and ready to fall. So that's what I was thinking of.
Wow. Crying. Just imagining Kevin singing that at the monster truck rally.
One guy goes, woo!
They all look at him. That was good, Kevin. Is that how intense it gets in the song, or was that you playing it up for us?
A little bit of both.
I think it's fun. Like, I feel like for like everyone's favorite song by any band is like or maybe that's just like an artisty thing. But like anyone's favorite song by any band is like the one that is like real. Like, yeah. And I think like there's so many bands who just like do a bunch of songs and they do like this one that everyone is like connects with and it like touches their souls in a way. I'm like, why doesn't the band just write all those? Why do they ever write a fast song?
Why don't you always do going up to Brandon Flowers of the Killers and being like, how come every song isn't Mr. Brightside?
Yeah.
A fun fact about Mr. Brightside, I might be wrong about this. I think that is the first song that the Killers ever wrote and performed together and recorded. And I'm pretty sure that the released version is just a brushed up version of the demo they made, which is kind of insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a truly incredible song. But yeah, no. Quinn, I didn't know how else to talk about what you did because it was too well performed. And so I thought it would be good for me to just be bad right after.
You did pretty well, Kevin.
Yeah,
that was good.
I held up better than I thought I would for the beginning.
It had a punk rock energy that I can really appreciate, as
there's that
sort of system resistor.
Yeah, as a system resistor. That was
That's a good name for
Quinn.
a band also.
System resistor.
Yeah, that kind of that's just Twisted Sisters. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
we're a Twisted Sister cover band called System.
My band's called System of a Frown. I don't like it.
System of a Clown.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's even better. Because honestly, when you think about the government, like there's a bunch
whole
of
thing,
freaking clown. Like they're the comedians. I'm laughing.
Yeah, we know.
And you're just laughing with Yonni.
Yeah,
David. I don't remember the name.
Tavis.
Tavis. Girls. Yeah.
Okay. One more wheel spin, T-Bone.
Yeah, I think we got time for one more seggy.
Let's hit it.
Go.
Okay, now I have to remember
3,
which button is the
2, 1.
I did it right.
$53.
53. Rash Bandicoot. Participants must make a video game much worse by removing one letter from the title.
That's great. The perfect segment.
Rash Bandicoot is a very funny one. Okay. Mm-hmm,
yeah, that might be the only good one. That's the problem.
I think I've got mine. I think I've got mine.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna need a minute.
Yeah. I'll start speaking about what I was thinking of. This might not be. I might get something better than this as we talk. But Super Mash Bros, I think, is
pretty good.
Yeah, you're making mashed potatoes. Remember Clay Fighter 63 1/3 or the Clay Fighter games? It's like that, where it's a fighting game, but they're mashed potato people, and they just like, and so all of your attacks, they just kind of feel shitty because they kind of go into one another, and everyone's just different figurines made of mashed potatoes fighting. Yeah.
Let's hear the announcer announcing you selecting one of those characters.
Yeah.
The MASH announcer.
Yeah. Captain Onion. Fuck you guys, man.
Yes.
Fuck you guys so much. No, man. Fuck.
Yes. Captain Onion.
I hate it.
Oh, that was so much better than I expected. Hell yes.
Captain Onion. I was trying to think of other ingredients that are in fucking mashed potatoes that people put in. Like, you sprinkle some green onion in there. I couldn't think of characters from the thing. Does anyone have a Smash Bros character that rhymes with dill? I feel like that goes well in mashed potatoes.
No.
Oh, man. No.
No. There's only actually one character. It's Captain Onion. So it's really to see who's the best.
Super Mash Bros with one character, and it's Captain Onion. And it's just you trying to add a little bit of bitterness to a relatively savory, buttery, creamy dish.
I feel like that's a true test of skill, is if everyone picks the same character.
It is true.
Yeah.
It is true. Yeah, that's how you know you're winning at Super Mash Bros.
Yeah.
If you all play as Captain Onion. Captain Onion, no spices. Yeah. What about you, T? Have you got something for us?
Yep. I sure do.
Yeah, so share it with us.
Yeah, go
Here
for
it
it.
comes.
Whenever.
Yeah, you can.
Imagine the game Bloodborne. What if it was called Bloodbone? And it's about a hard dick.
So what's the announcer introducing one of the characters you sound like?
Yes, the famous From Software announcer. Yeah, he might sound something like Dink
Did you say dink
instead of link.
Oh. All right. Quinn,
Man. Yeah.
did you get one?
Yeah, I got you. What about Rand Theft Auto? And that's where you're sort of Kentucky Senator Rand Paul.
I thought you were going to go with Ayn Rand.
Yeah.
You went with Rand Paul.
Sort of running around, unlocking cars that you have the keys to already.
I have
Really
the freedom to
stealing
do
them.
this.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You're just
Some
so
sort
you're
of
just like a
diplomatic immunity, and you just keep sort of flashing
Just a
some
mean
sort of
senator.
credentials. You have a lanyard that allows you to get away with a lot of stuff.
that is just Grand Theft Auto. That is just
There's no lanyard in Grand Theft Auto, and you're not an old guy.
There is. I think you are an old guy, and isn't the new one like one of the three guys is an old white dude?
Oh me. Oh yeah. Michael.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if you took NBA 2K22 and you turned it into BA 2K22 and it's just about getting your undergrad degree? You just have to go to class and like write essays about fucking John Steinbeck.
I like that. Just grad school. Grad school is a game.
No.
Specifically
Oh
not.
no,
grad
sorry.
school.
Not grad
Don't you
school.
dare.
That's the DLC
would
that
be
comes out
MA.
later. Yeah. That's the
About
DLC.
Metal Ear Solid.
I also thought of this one.
That's just like you're a hearing aid.
Oh, I've got it, boys. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ooh, pretty
An
good.
explicit game.
So Sonic, through the game, you play this little hedgehog who really gets you a little excited. You really like, he's grabbing those rings, he's running around loops, and you're like, oh, this is doing something for me. And
he's edging you.
Yeah,
wait,
you're
he's
really
not
into
edging himself. He's edging you, the player.
So wait.
Otherwise, why are you playing the game, Quinn? Why would you play the game?
You run through the level, and he's like, "Gotta go fast," but then he goes really slow,
and then he stops at one point and looks at you, and it's like, no, not yet. And then he keeps going. Yeah. It's a whole Sonic the Hedgehog.
Green Hill Zone, more like Blue Ball Zone.
Dr. Robotnik.
What about God of R? Is that something?
No.
God of R?
God of R.
No.
It's not.
No, it's not. No, okay. It's not.
If I take away 2 letters, can I go with Charted 2? Where it's just sort of
like well-trodden territory.
Yeah, you're just like in America, or like you're just in Sicily.
You just really want to play as Rand Paul again, don't you?
And you're Rand Paul.
You're walking around with a lanyard more time.
Like the Ukraine or yeah, I don't care.
I've got one.
The Mediterranean.
Tom Raider, and it's about Lara Croft visiting me in the night.
Jesus.
She's got to take my treasures away.
And the reason that she has to like raid, and it's not just like she can come visit you normally, is that she has to break into the house and get past Yonni and Tavis and the girls.
Tavis, the girls, yeah.
To get to you.
To get the treasure within.
What were those games, the racing ones for like their PlayStation, like the
Need for Speed, Gran Turismo?
Oh, Gran Turismo. Oh, you know what?
I Speed.
Okay.
I gotta piss.
Like for real? Because then you can take a break.
I was gonna say, but I realized it's Grand. It's probably Gran Turismo. Not in my brain. This whole time it was Grand Turismo, and I was gonna suggest Rand Turismo. But that's not what it's called.
Yeah,
it's not like you race a Grand
F1,
Prix.
F1 Grand Prix, but F1 Rand Prix.
Rand
so
Prix,
it's just Rand Paul driving a sports vehicle.
Yeah, he's got a lanyard, and so he's sort of walking around doing whatever he wants.
He's got a lanyard, as it were, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Wow. We've figured it out. We got Rand Paul going. Great segment. I can't
believe none of us used Mass Effect.
Oh.
That's I can't even imagine how we do that.
That's low hanging fruit.
What do you mean? Change?
I don't know.
Its effect sounds the same if you take the E off anyway, or the T at the end. So true. I don't really. Yeah,
you're right. Never mind.
Mass effect. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Mass.
Well, if you take away one of the F's, there's something there. I think probably.
I don't because it still would be like Mass Effect, right? So it's like
but it's kind of said funny, and when things are said
that is
a little
funny.
bit different, that's funny. Yeah,
that's funny, man. That's
what about Rash Bandicoot?
Oh, that's the winner. That's really good.
I played Crash Bandicoot 4. That game sucks, in my opinion.
I don't think I ever played Crash. Those are PlayStation ones as well, right?
Yeah,
Am I crazy?
I
only got a PlayStation 4.
I love a 3D platformer, and it's like very well polished, but it just doesn't have the precision of a Mario game, and so it makes it so frustrating. Like, it will punish you for mistakes that are very hard, like the hit detection. You can't figure it out. Really, I should love this, and I just didn't enjoy it.
It's a hard game to get your head around. I think the perfect game to remove a letter from, I've got it, Mario and Rabbis.
Bringing it full circle.
Mario and rabbis instead of rabbits.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Quinn, thank you so much for being on the show with us, man.
Thanks.
Do you have anything you want to
plug? Sure. I do have for I'm trying to think of things that I'm doing.
I do.
That I can talk about. I have a show that is premiering for Winnipeg listeners. A big musical that's premiering. That is a runner-up of a national musical theater writing competition that we've since retooled and dramaturged and stuff. That's premiering at the Gargoyle Theater in May. So check that out.
What's it called?
It's called Breaking Up With Me. It's a pop punk musical, believe it or not.
Nice.
I didn't listen to pop punk.
I don't know if you want to like. I don't know if I need to like record an audition tape because you saw what I was doing.
You know, you don't. Don't.
Because you saw that and you'll be.
I saw it. Yeah, and then don't. I would just say it's fair to say that don't. Yeah. Or I'll be in touch, or maybe or not, and then we'll just see from there. We'll just go. Let's play it by ear.
Huh?
By Metal Ear Solid. Anyway, so come check out that show. Otherwise, I don't know. Follow me on Instagram or something.
Most of the time when I ask guests if they have something to plug, I try to insert myself into what's happening in there.
Well, or Club Soda. I'm in Club Soda, so check out any Club Soda related things.
Last Thursday of every month in Winnipeg. Yeah.
Or there's 3 episodes or something of what we do in the basement. So that I was
4 or 5. You were in
that many?
Arc for I think it's quite a while. Yeah, you guessed it for quite a few.
You couldn't get rid of me.
No, we tried.
Huh?
And yeah, thank you so much for listening, folks. If you enjoyed listening to this, please give us a big old rating on your podcast app if you're listening at home. And you have a segment you thought, you know what? Rash Bandicoot was fun, and I've got something that sounds like Rash Bandicoot. Send it in to us. You can do that by checking out our website. It's bio.site/oops-all-segments. You can follow the links to our segment suggestion form. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, write a comment down below if you want to engage with us. If you're watching this on YouTube, that's what I say. I'm just rereading my script twice over. You can follow the show on social media pages at Oops All Segments and check out our D&D show that has Quinn on it, What We Do in the Basement, like he mentioned. Once again, I've been Kevin.
I've been Thomas, and if you do want to follow like just some of that stuff, like sticking to the man, go to
what's the name?
It's at Tavis Beacon Teaches Typing.
Tavis Beacon Teaches Typing.
Yep. That's the ad, so just follow Tavis there if you really want to stick it to the system. Say a big fuck you to like whoever's in charge of this goddamn roller coaster ride we're on. Thank you so much to Quinn for guesting, and have a great one, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.